Hello everyone. In this session, I'm going to explain about how to construct a LL1 parsing table, or we can call it as how to construct a predictive parsing table. So to construct a predictive parsing table, the grammar should first eliminate it from the left recursion, left factoring. Then we need to calculate the first and follow function of the given grammar. Then with the help of the first and follow functions of the grammar, we can able to construct a parsing table. Here you can able to see here one table which is having the rows and columns. So here I have considered the row names as all the non-terminals present at the grammar. In the grammar we have E dash, T dash and F. All these will be considered as in the rows as the rows in the table. So E dash, T dash and F. And here column names we have to consider as all the terminals present at the given grammar. So in the given grammar we have ID, we have plus, we have into, we have open bracket, close bracket, and dollar is by default you have to consider at the end of the parsing table. Dollar will not be present at the given grammar, even though we have to consider the dollar. Why? Because if any epsilon values are there, then instead of that no epsilon will be considered in the column. So we have any epsilon values, then we have to write it in the dollar. So for that purpose we need to have the dollar at the columns. So ID is having the highest preference comparatively with all other terminals or the operators present in the grammar, and dollar will be having the least preference. Based upon that, I have written the ID as the starting and the dollar as the ending, and all the remaining terminals one after one. So now we have to write the productions only in the boxes where actually we can write it by using the first and follow functions. So coming to the first production, that is E derives TE dash. This production can be written in the table by following its follow function and the first function. So first we will consider the first function only. So E is having the first function of E is having open bracket and ID. So this production E derives TE dash can be written in both boxes where actually E ID and E open bracket are intersecting in the table. So E ID and E open bracket, where these two row and column are intersecting, this box is intersect of these two row and column. So same as E and open bracket is intersecting this box, so in this box this production can be written. So E derives TE dash and E derives TE dash can be written in these two boxes. Next, coming to the second production, E dash derives plus TE dash and epsilon. This production can be written in the first function of E dash. Coming to the first function, here it is consisting of plus and epsilon. If epsilon is present in the first function, then we have to consider the follow function of that non-terminal. So T dash derives plus TE dash can be first written in the plus. So E dash and plus, this box will be the intersect of E dash and T. So in this place it has been written E derives plus TE dash, and there is no epsilon column here, so we should not consider epsilon in the first function. Instead of this epsilon, we are going to be considering the follow function. So that we have to write E dash epsilon. E dash is also deriving one more production, that is epsilon also. So that in the place of epsilon we are considering the follow function of that non-terminal, and we have to write the production, that is E dash derives epsilon in that columns, in that row and column intersections, that is E dash closing bracket intersect box we have to write E dash derives epsilon, and in the dollar. Why? Because closing bracket and dollar both are the follow function of a E dash. So in these two boxes we have to write the E dash and E dash derives epsilon. Here you have to remember that whenever you have an epsilon, then that production should be written as E dash derives epsilon. Many students will make the mistake that they'll write E derives plus E dash derives plus TE dash in here, and here also under the open closed bracket and dollar also they will write E dash derives plus TE dash and E dash derives plus TE dash. This is wrong. You should not write like that. Why? Because it's a epsilon production. E dash is deriving two different productions. One is E dash is deriving plus TE dash, as well as E dash is deriving epsilon also here. So plus TE dash will be written only in the row and column intersect of first function. In the first function only plus is there, so that under plus you can write this production, and instead of epsilon we are considering the follow function. In the follow function closed bracket and dollar are there, so we are considering follow function because epsilon is present in the first function, so that we have to write here the epsilon productions. We should not write the first production, we should write the epsilon productions. So in the same way, next, to write the production T derives FT dash in the table, we have to go with the epsilon of first function of this T. First function of T is consisting of open bracket and ID. So coming to the T, and under ID you have to write T derives FT dash, and under open bracket you have to write the same T derives FT dash. Next, coming to the next production, that is T dash derives into FT dash and epsilon. Again here T dash is having the two productions, one is into FT dash and another one is the epsilon. And coming to the first function, in the first function also epsilon is there. So under T dash, coming to the T dash row, T dash derives into FT dash will be written only under the into, and epsilon is there, so that we are considering the follow function of that non-terminal. In the follow function we have plus closed bracket and dollar. So under plus closed bracket and dollar we should write another production of T dash, that is T dash derives epsilon, T dash derives epsilon, and T dash derives epsilon. And coming to the last one, that is the F derives. So here also F is going to be deriving two different productions, that is F derives E within brackets and F derives ID. So here coming to the first function, F is deriving open bracket and ID, and no epsilon is there. So here two terminals are there, and in these two terminals which terminal is having its production, under that terminal only that production will be written, that is F derives ID should be written under ID, and F derives E within the bracket should be written in the open bracket, This is how you have to construct a parsing table or LL1 parsing table, predictive parsing table or LL1 parsing table with the help of the first and follow function values. Sometimes you'll ask directly construct a predictive parsing table with the help of given first and follow functions. Directly they'll provide you the first and follow values, and they'll ask you to construct the LL1 parsing table or predictive parsing table. Then directly you can follow this procedure and construct a table directly. Sometimes a grammar has been given and they'll ask you to construct the LL1 parsing table. In such cases you have to follow the steps, right? First you have to check for left recursion. If left recursion is there, then you have to rewrite the grammar by eliminating the left recursion. Second point, check for left factoring. If left factoring is present, then you have to remove it and rewrite the grammar. The third The third point, calculate first and follow functions. Then your grammar is ready to construct the LL1 parsing table. So you have to remember these procedure to find out the LL1 or to construct the LL1 parsing table for the given grammar. Suppose for the given grammar the left recursion is present and you forgot to remove the left recursion, you directly calculated the first and follow function and constructed a parsing table, then completely it's a wrong procedure. You will not score good marks in such cases. Because in the rules of constructing a LL1 parsing table using the top-down approach, the grammar should be in a proper manner. If the grammar is not in a suitable format, the user or the member has to get it into transforming into the usable grammar, then they can apply any method of the top-down approach. This is about construction of the LL1 parsing table. Thank you.